Alright, there we go. Welcome back, everyone. And before we move on, Lafdul, you will get 50 XP for your thief.
50, 55.
And both you and Elevi get an additional 100 experience points each.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right,
Is
so
this just from their whole escapade?
yeah, for that was role playing rewards.
Cool.
All right, so moving on to the rest of the party. You were heading.
So let me double check. Who are we trying to get info on again? My mind has been kind of spacey today.
Yeah, I can understand with having to deal with internet issues and stuff like that. So I think the point was to try to get information or try to figure out about the crew members who survived. That was the impression that I got.
So I guess we should try to head to a bar where those crew members would frequent.
Well, what happened was last week we spoke to the crewman from House Calhane, the survivors from House Calhane, and it would appear that we haven't got information where the two survivors from House Torlane are. So it was suggested we go sniff around the bars and see if we can hear any rumours about what's going on with this giant Scavver.
So we're gonna go and ask the people that work for that other house about the giant Scavver.
And try to get rumors and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we're just going for bar talk and rumors and that sort of thing. I don't think we're going to actually target anybody in particular.
We might even go on a pub crawl.
But yeah, let's do that.
Woohoo! All right, so
I wonder how. I wonder if are paladins affected by alcohol?
Sure, it's not a disease.
Okay.
As much as some people might say it is.
I'm
It's
mixing
a
up.
poison.
Poison,
I'm mixing.
isn't it?
Well, yeah, there's that too, but paladins are affected by poison normally.
I'm mixing it up with a later edition of paladins where they get immunity to poisons as well.
Nope. So, but I mean, you would probably want to, as a paladin, drink minimally. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't
Just-
want to get drunk.
You just won't get ill if you eat one of the dodgy pork pies in the lower market.
I don't get food poisoning.
no, that would be that would count as poison, not disease.
No. Well, I don't get stomach virus then.
Yes. So I just want to kind of like hit up a couple taverns, kind of thing, talk to people, see what information you can get.
Sounds
Or
good.
Is there a specific tavern that you want to go to, or something like that?
I guess one where sailors tend to frequent.
Well, most of the taverns in the low city are frequented by sailors and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you just kind of like want to do a circuit sort of thing.
Here's an idea. When Braxon was working on the docks trying to do minor repairs on ships to get some money, did he pick up any intel about where individual people's ships were docked? Specifically Calhane or Torlane or Yellar?
They don't usually have specific docks. They dock wherever is available, whatever space is available, basically.
Yeah.
Well,
if we were to walk along the front, could we figure out where each ship is?
you
Could we recognise their heraldry or something? Because I don't think any of us have learnt that skill yet.
Higgimus does.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, Higgimus has that. So yeah, you could try to do that. Do you want to do that to start out with?
Yeah. What do you reckon? Let's do that and find out where their ships are, and then go into pubs near where their ships are.
That sounds
Okay.
like a good plan.
Sounds fun.
Okay. You head down to the docks, and after a survey, you're only able to find a ship from House Torlin. It's basically docked up here on the edge. It's a galleon, and just with some quick questions to, you know, longshoremen and stuff like that, you're able to find out that the ship's been in port for about a week now.
So they might not be necessarily close by.
Correct. Well, but the sailors do tend to, you know, like, quote-unquote, live on the ship. Because they gotta, you know, they gotta guard the ship, prevent it from being stolen, prevent any cargo that may be on board from being stolen, that sort of thing.
Okay,
Right.
well, maybe they might be.
But, I mean, you know, they'll be, you know, heading out to the taverns and stuff like that.
Okay. So,
All right.
do they just... So, I guess they live on the ship and leave to go to taverns?
Basically, yeah.
All right. Well, let's check out some taverns around here.
Okay. You're able to head to the Rock Rat, which is one of the infamous dive bars in the Low City, which is the purple building right about, you know, that purple building that says Tavern right there.
How infamous are we talking about?
I'm sorry?
How infamous are we talking about exactly?
It is an infamous hive of scum and villainy.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh, my.
Oh, did we see the name of their ship when we checked it out?
Yeah, it is called, the Maelstrom's Eye.
I just imagine a lot of shifty eyes when they see a paladin enter.
Well, but people,
True, I'm not worried.
Unless you're making a point of it, people won't recognize a paladin.
True.
You know, and given that you're doing a pub crawl, you're probably not walking around in your armor.
Yeah, I'm probably just walking around in normal clothing.
Yeah. So no. Now, I mean, once you start talking to people, then they might figure it out. But generally, no. People do not just recognize paladins or priests or wizards or anything like that unless they're dressing for the part.
Okay.
So the Rock Rat has an ogre bouncer, and he's you would know, you know, just anyone who's been around the Rock and Brawl a bit would, you know, learn that his name is Grinder, and he blocks the entrance as you come, and he says, "No weapons, leave them here."
Well, I probably would not have brought my sword with me in the first place. I would have left it somewhere safe-ish.
Actually, I probably have a dagger. I mean, I throw my dagger down there.
Okay.
I didn't bring my sword with me for a pub crawl.
That's fine. He keeps a secure he keeps the weapons in a secure place, so you know there's not too much worry of theft from that. I mean, you'd have to get through an ogre in order to do that.
I would say I would not have brought my bow and arrows. I would have just brought my sword. So give him my hand over my sword.
Okay. If everyone wants to just say that they're handing over their weapons, that's fine.
I didn't bring mine, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't bring anything, that's fine.
Braxon would always have a weapon, so he'll hand that over.
Okay. Alright, once you've handed over your weapons, he moves out of the way and allows you to enter the tavern. It's fairly crowded. Lots and lots of sailors, but you also notice that there are some people who are most definitely not sailors. From what people have said, it's also kind of a hot spot for like young nobles to make a point of living dangerously by going to the Rock Rat, for example. and people who want to try to keep an eye on certain criminal elements like smugglers and stuff like that also come to the Rock Rats. So it's a very, very mixed group in the tavern.
Gotcha.
And you guys don't stand out because of what you are in any way, unless you decide to stand out.
Yeah.
So, there's a bunch of tables with sailors if you want to, like, kind of sit down, buy them a drink, see what kind of information you can get out of them.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah.
I'll sit down at one of the tables, buy a drink, see if I can get any information.
All right, there's about 5 sailors at the table that you choose as the most likely one. They are having a good time, but not so far into their drink that it'd be difficult to get information out of them. So if you want to go ahead and buy them around, that'll cost, for the whole lot, a gold piece.
Yeah, I'll order a round for everybody at the table.
Okay. Well, if you're including yourself and everyone else, just make it 2 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm doing that. So mine's not gonna be as. Yeah, I'll just buy a round for everybody at the table.
Okay. It's not good ale, but it does its job. The sailors look up as you sit down and are quite happy and pleased, more than willing to let you sit down once they hear that you're buying them a round of drinks. They look you over and say, "Aye, so I suppose you're looking for some information. We've been in this boat before."
Yes, I wanted to see if you knew anything about this whole giant Scavver business that's been happening to some ships leaving Brawl or coming to Brawl.
Ah, you some of them adventurers looking to take it out?
You could say that, yes.
Oh, let's see, what have we heard? Only 2 ships are known to have been sunk by it, as I'm sure you're aware. But there's certainly rumors about other ships been attacked by it, and I understand the Paper Wasp sent out from Brawl, the Paper Wasp being the name of it. It hasn't come back yet. It was due back yesterday, so there's definitely talk about that being taken out too.
Well, we're planning on doing a bit of an escort job for the next ship that's planning on going out that way to see if we can protect it from the Scavver.
I hope you're not looking to hire me for that. Right, boys?
Oh, no.
They elbow each other and laugh out loud at that.
It's fine. It's fine. We have our own crew for our ship. I just want to know if you guys knew anything that might help us about this whole Scavver business.
One of the others... did you have a question, Yeldin?
Yeah, I was going to ask if they knew any people who may have survived on one of the 2 ships. On the second ship, I believe, was the one that was coming to Brawl.
Yeah, the House Torlin ship.
Yeah.
One of the younger men pipes up and says, "Oh, I served on a Torlin ship some months back. It was a rickety old thing. I think it was the one that went down. I heard it was due to be turned into due to be wrecked at some point, mothballed.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose that's not an issue now."
I basically asked if anybody, if they happen to have met anybody who survived the sinking of that ship.
They
Them directly, because the guy didn't know where they were. So.
Yeah, they talk amongst themselves for a second to try to iron out if anyone knew anyone who was on that ship. They say nope, I don't believe so. I heard that the ones who survived weren't regulars. You could try one of the dives down in the Showtown. Some of those tend to be more up the alley of the newcomers. He mentions a name of a kind of one of the pop-up bars that comes and goes. you can go check that one out if you want after you're done with them.
Mm.
Okay.
Any other questions for these guys?
Have you seen any areas where there's been regular Scabbers? Quite a few of them.
Well, there's always
This
Scabbers
one's-
following Brawl going through the jettison trash.
Mm.
Ask them if they think
Okay,
where
back.
such a where a big Scavver would possibly hide.
You should ask him yourself, Yeldin. You're with us,
Oh
aren't
yeah, that's what I meant. I meant to say that. I worded that badly.
Yeah, where would such a big Scavver hide anywhere near Brawl?
Well, I mean, Brawl's part of an asteroid belt. Who knows what's in all these rocks? I certainly am not well versed in either Scavver lore or all the rocks throughout the belt.
Hmm. You know anybody who might be?
You can try the Seekers. They tend to be the go-to for information and sage advice.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Anybody else have anything to ask?
Not in this case, no.
Is there anything in the is there any good hiding spots that it might be in the direction of realm space?
No, I mean, he basically already told you that, he doesn't know enough about all, I mean, you're talking about, thousands of asteroids in the belt that, Brawl is a part of.
Okay, never mind then.
No other questions?
Have you guys had anyone who's been trying to scope out where your ship is going recently?
You gotta. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Because
No,
one thing I'm wondering is perhaps someone was trying to set the other ships up for an ambush.
Not that we've noticed. But, I mean, the whole point is to not be noticed now, isn't it? Right, boys?
Mm.
They all chuckle at that.
Right. Do you think it's possible that this Scavver could actually be like pirates disguising their ship magically to look like a Scavver?
Well, what can't magic do these days? Sure, it's possible.
Okay. I can't think of anything else to ask.
Okay, well you lads take care on your next trip, and if you need help and we're in the area, our ship's called the Pommel. We'd be glad to be of assistance.
Aye, and thanks for the drinks.
Have a good night.
They wave as you get up to leave.
All right. Should we check out that pop-up bar?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. You head over to there. It just has a simple sign above it, no name. That's just a crudely painted mug with a foaming beverage in it.
It's gonna be tough in the morning.
You head inside. Well, I mean, you can always get less to drink or something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Could do that.
You head inside. It's not terribly crowded. You'd guess that it's probably not long for Brawl. probably not doing as well as the proprietors hoped.
Yeah.
You want to just like pick a table and sit down, kind of thing?
Yeah, sounds
yeah.
good.
Do that.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
You sit down and find a group of sailors. Hey James, there's some background knocking or something.
Sorry. I'll mute my mic.
Okay. So, yeah, you find a group of sailors. Clothing is unusual in your experience. Certainly not what you would guess is common for people native to Brawl. Even for the sailors native to Brawl. And there's a mix of different accents, but you can certainly understand them when you speak to them. Do you guys want to buy them a round of drinks? There's about 3 of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. So including the rest of you, that'll be 15 silver pieces.
Got it.
Hey, thanks for the drinks. What can we do for you?
Tell them we're looking for survivors. We're looking for survivors from, what was the name of the house again?
Torlin.
From the House Torlin ship that got sunk a few days back.
The one who spoke kind of taps his head for a second. I think he. I think there was one who was talking about that in here yesterday. What was his name? Hey, you boys remember his name? Jerv, I think it was. One of them says. Hey, Jerv. I hadn't seen him today, though.
Oh yeah, did he ever mention or talk about it?
Oh, it was all he ever talked about. Let's see. Hey, do you remember the details? I mean, I got a little tired of it after the 3rd or 4th time. One of the other ones said, "Oh, I only heard it once. It's kind of frightening. It sounded like." He said that he managed to survive with the Helmsman. Actually, they made it off in a wreck boat apparently.
Did he say what attacked them?
Oh yeah, giant Scavver. That was the main thing they talked about all the time. This giant Scavver came up and just shattered their keel, just destroyed it, broke the ship apart.
Alright. Any ideas where to find them?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You could try the boarding house. Let's see, where was that? He basically gives you some directions to a boarding house right over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he may have mentioned that he was staying there. So yeah, just go there, see if Jerv is in.
Okay, well.
Jerva, you say?
Jerv.
Thank you.
Jerv.
Oh. I spelled it with a G.
Whatever.
I'm going to spell it right.
I guess we should head there then.
Well, I mean, you could ask him some more other questions if you have anything.
So they mention anything else about this attack or anything like that?
They, I mean, they mentioned that the guy talked about it all the time. And one of them says, it's a bit suspicious that the Helmsman got away. Usually the Helmsman, piloting the ship and all, they tend to go down first. They tend to go down with the ship. I don't know. I mean, I got tired of listening after the 3rd or 4th time.
Yeah.
Just kept going on and on.
Yeah.
Okay.
saying how big how big the Scavver was. He'd never seen anything like it. Said it made a real strange sound when it attacked. Never heard nothing like it.
Did he describe the sound?
Nah, not really. Just said it was strange.
Okay. Have you heard of anyone else talking about these giant Scavers?
Well, I mean, people are talking. Rumors fly when there isn't much information. I haven't been here on Brawl all that long, waiting on the ship to take on a new load. But I mean, nothing concrete. I mean, every ship that's gone missing in the last month or so, someone's attributed to the Scavver.
So, are there any other ships where the rumors are speculating that the giant Scavver was involved?
He doesn't tell you anything that you haven't already heard.
Right.
In that regard.
I think it's time
Let's go talk to this Jerv guy.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you for the drinks. We appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Stay safe in wild space.
Aye. Thank you much. They turn back to their original discussion that they were having when you entered. So you're gonna head over to the boarding house?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. See if we can find the helmsman.
All right. You knock on the door and you're greeted by. Go ahead.
Can I have a quick chat with people while we're on the way over?
Okay.
Chat with the party.
The party that's with me.
Oh sure. Yeah. I mean.
I'm wondering. There's some suspicious things I'm hearing, like the ship being ready to be scrapped, and the helmsman getting away instead of going down with the ship, and the attitude of the leader of House Torlane. Not House Torlane. House Torlane. The attitude of being much less eager to hire us. I'm wondering if they've got insurance on these ships.
Maybe.
Is that a thing?
Could this be some sort of insurance job to destroy their own ship when they've not got anything valuable on it?
Is there insurance in the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tends to be a lot more expensive and everything than like real world insurance because of how much more difficult it is to verify everything and investigate and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely a thing.
Here's what I got. Yeah, it could be, but I think, to be honest, he might be trying to profit off the back of it. It's more accurate rather than actually using it, because it sounds like, from the sounds of it, that the ship was in pretty shaky condition for a while. I think he was just trying to cut corners in repairing it. Save money.
Yeah. Well, let's see what this.
He was trying to take advantage of the situation is more likely what's happening, because otherwise the other ship would never have been attacked if it was only an insurance scam.
Let's see what we can get this Jerv to tell us, because he seems to be very talkative.
Yeah.
All right.
You in the strange sound.
You head to the boarding house, knock on the door, and are greeted by an older halfling woman. Hi, what can I do for you?
We would like to talk to Jerv.
Is Jerv in?
I think so. She turns away from you. Hey, Jerv, you in? And you hear some shuffling as a kind of a squirrely man comes down the stairs. Kind of greasy hair, slicked back, that kind of thing. Clothes could use a wash. And he says, "Hey, what's up? I was asleep."
Sorry
We
about
want to
that.
ask you a few questions.
You can
will.
talk to him in the dining room over there.
Okay, I guess we'll head inside then.
He looks, yeah, you're welcome to do so. He looks rather nervous having, the four of you there with an interest in talking to him.
What's this about? You from House Torlin?
No.
No,
We're with the company of the Broken Sword, and
I ain't heard of you.
we're doing a bit of an investigation into these ships that have been attacked by a giant Scavver lately. Strangest thing.
You gonna kill the Beastie? I might sleep better at night then if I knew that thing was dead.
Well, that's part of our idea, but we want to learn more about it because you've actually seen the beast.
What do you want to know?
He looks a little nervous again.
Well, can you tell us about what happened during the attack and what you saw?
I didn't see a lot. I was actually asleep at the time when it hit. I was looking for some quiet. I'd kind of taken a nap in the wreck boat. First thing I knew, I woke up in with the first impact of the beast. I looked out and saw it just shear right through the keel.
And what do you remember of the beast itself?
It was fast. It smashed the keel in two, which, of course, as you might expect, made the galleon break apart. Not too surprised, given the wood rot that some of the boards had. It made the strangest keening sound as it was attacking, though. Never heard nothing like it.
Could you do your best to describe it?
No.
That's out of character. That's to save your ears from me attempting anything like what it might sound like.
Well, no, yeah, okay. I just want to. Can you basically say that my character would be able to pick up on it?
No, I mean he's just able to describe it in words. He calls it a keening.
Huh.
Can you say like it was high pitched, low pitched?
It was high pitched.
High pitched. Did it hurt his ear? So high pitched it hurt his ears?
No.
Okay. I was just thinking, my character's a ranger, so he's just basically picking up the details. So if he does hear it later, he'll be able to he'd be able to figure, okay, that's probably the sound he was talking about.
But now that you've asked him some of these questions, his brow furrows and he says, I think there was a low sound too. I didn't think about it until you mentioned it. It was the keening, because of the keening. That stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
What was the low sound like?
Yeah.
It's just I mean, a low sound. I don't know, constant. Couldn't really describe it beyond that.
Like a hum?
Mayhaps. I don't know. I mean, you'd have to do something.
Have you ever been to, like, the Tinkernome side of town?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
Have you heard any of
avoid them.
their, have you heard of any of their contraptions or anything like that? Have you heard of them running?
That's not gonna work. Hello, hum
No.
sound.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
I avoid them buggers.
Yeah, I usually do too.
Yeah.
Did it? What was the time of day that this happened, or what you would guess would be time of day? Because it may have like specific times when he goes out to hunt.
It was. He tells you that it was about. So on ships, time is usually kept in bells, and for quick translation, it was around 1 p.m. I'd have to go back and look to see exactly what bell that was.
Okay.
So
Is there such thing as like things that can attract animals?
I'm sorry?
Is there such things as that can think would character know things that could attract animals?
Yeah, but you're not familiar enough with wild space creatures to know about that. I mean, like certain wild space creatures are attracted to bright lights, debris, that kind of thing, but you wouldn't know enough about what is attracted to what.
Is there I guess I could go, but is Aaron still around?
He might be. But
Okay.
you're also talking about a giant Scavver, which no one has ever seen, you know, I mean...
Yeah, I know. I'm more interested in Scavers in general now.
Did you
actually.
see what the Scavver did after it attacked the ship?
Nah, so I'd been napping in the wreck boat, and right after the attack came, the helmsman came aboard, and I honestly I don't even think he noticed me. Jumped on the helm and took off.
well, we're lucky you were sleeping
do
on
you
the
know-
wreck boat because you wouldn't be here to help us.
Do you know where the helmsman went after he came ashore? Because I'd like to talk to him too.
No, I don't. I don't even know his name. He didn't socialize with the crew. Not that there were many of us. I think he could have given us the time of day if we'd asked.
What do the Helmsman look like?
Nah, he's human. Maybe in his 30s. I think he had brown hair. Didn't know about his eyes. Wore usual wizard robes, you know, that sort of thing.
What kind of build did he have?
Yeah, it's pretty slight. Didn't look like he could lift cargo, even the lightest barrel.
What kind of cargo was on the
Uh,
ship anyway?
Would
Well, I don't know exactly. I think it was mostly some spare parts for arquebuses and wheellock pistols. I think a load of flint and other stone. No smoke powder, which
No
may have
smoke
saved us,
powder?
saved the ship. I don't think so. I didn't see any barrels which are the smoke powder is usually stored in.
that's something to note. What was the most valuable? How much would be the most valuable object that was on the ship?
I don't know. I was a sailor. I didn't load it. Didn't really go down in the cargo hold.
Okay. Hey, did you happen to know any of the sailors who got sick before the ship launched?
Not really. I was in between gigs at the time, and the captain came in and said he needed new sailors. Said his boys had gotten sick and just needed some replacements.
Was the helmsman and the captain the same person?
No.
That's usually not the case. I mean, only on the smallest ships. I'm just letting you know. Usually only on the smallest ships would the captain and the helmsman be the same.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean, we barely had enough crew to sail the darn thing. Normally, most ships sail with more.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question. Did we get a good enough description that would be able to recognize the guy if we saw the helms guy if we saw him?
Not really.
I don't suppose any of us could draw. We could do a sketch.
I don't believe any of you have artistic ability.
No. I know Braxon doesn't.
Yeah.
Was
And
were
Lava's
his
not
robes
there,
a
'cause I think
specific?
she's the one
Were the
who has
Helmsman's
that.
robes like a specific color or anything? Something that would be stand out in a crowd?
I think they were brown. Might have had a gray sash.
So nothing all that notable.
I was really surprised when I spoke up and said what was going on when we were leaving.
I'm
Did he
just
tell
saying-
you
he
anything?
was the thing is, it's very unusual for the helmsman to actually escape the ship.
Mm.
Was he the main helmsman or one of the backups? Do you know
Nah, he was
that?
the main helmsman. We only had one.
Oof. That must have been rough.
Did the helmsman say anything to you after you both escaped?
Nah, not much.
Bugger. Do you know if he happened to be the original helmsman or a replacement?
I don't know.
Damn it. We might have to talk to the guy. What was the house guy's name again?
Torlin?
Yeah, Lord Torlin again to see if we can figure out if the helmsman was replaced or not.
Well, thank you for telling us everything you knew.
Ah, no problem. I'd dearly like to see you kill that beastie. Killed some good mates of mine.
Of course.
Yeah, sorry about your losses there.
Aye, thank you.
Yeah, we're certainly trying to kill it.
He seems to be, he seems to have an imploring look to his eyes as you're about to, leave.
Is there something else you wanted to say?
Oh, no, not at all. No, you guys, you just go on about your business.
Yeah.
I leave behind 1 silver.
Ah, thank you. Do appreciate it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the imploring look anymore.
Okay,
I
that's
knew
what thought.
exactly what you meant when he had it. I was like, well, he did give us information. It's only
So I guess we have to go talk to that horse Torlane guy again?
yeah, tomorrow though. It's late.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't know. I'm beginning to think something else is up on this.
Well, I think
Mm.
the thing is, the guys got fixed before we left. The helmsman may have been in on it. It might have been a replacement helmsman.
Should we go see if we can hook up with the others back at the Starfarer's Rest?
Yeah, that'd probably be the best bet. You know what bothers me about this thing was that he said he could hear a low noise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to if Aranis is still on it, or I'm gonna try to talk to Aranis or the Seekers about general Scavver knowledge. See if there's anything that any sort of sound that could attract them, maybe.
What I'm thinking is,
Well-
you remember there was that rumor about that gnomish sidewheeler thing ship? Don't the gnomes use regular engines?
They use gnomish
They use-
engines, which are major or minor helms, typically, that have additional material that, for inexplicable reasons, allows them to function without a helmsman, a wizard or priest as a helmsman.
Okay. Would they have like
sometimes it involves giant space hamsters, I believe.
Sometimes that too.
That's out of character knowledge.
So it wouldn't be like they would have an engine or any like mechanical running thing like that, would it?
It would be an extremely complex Rube Goldberg machine involving steam, perhaps hamster wheels, cogs, gears, pulleys,
And
anything
it'll be a
that you
lot
can think
louder.
of. And it would be
It'd
big.
have been a lot.
So
Probably been a hell of a lot louder
Sorry,
than
yeah.
a fucking low humming sound.
So you're suspecting a giant mechanical Scavver?
No, I'm not.
No, I
I
think
might be.
Higgimus is.
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't really put it
Because there's
past the
that
Tinker
pirate.
Gnomes to make one.
I
There's
didn't
that
think
pirate
that
out there, right? There's that pirate out there, right? And then
There was a rumor about that, yeah.
yeah, rumor about that pirate
But that was also a
And,
sidewheeler.
sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
not
it
a
large?
Scavver.
They are... Okay, so, technically a sidewheeler
Yeah.
is a term for any gnomish created ship that is an amalgam of parts and pieces and things of that nature. Basically, any gnomish ship that is not a specific design is a sidewheeler. So it varies from ship to ship. Every single one of them is different.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would have said if that was two different rumors too. I just
But
think
they,
what
I
you're
mean, they
trying to
could
do,
be
but-
related. You don't know.
Well,
and-
it's the Barracuda.
Okay, let me get this out real quick. And the loud, sharp keening noise could be like I don't know how much time you spend on Brow, but there's some gnomes
Well,
here.
that's
And if you ever heard one of their steam machines, sometimes they pipe it through a small tube and it makes a loud, like, shrill whistle. I would say keening sound.
yeah. Well, I was gonna go talk to Aranis tomorrow and find out more about Scavver stuff. And
That's fine.
general information on Scavver to see maybe it was a Scavver and that the information could prove it or disprove it.
That
Okay.
sounds
I'm
like a good
thinking
idea.
it's more likely to disprove it, but
I don't recall anything about scavvers making noises.
They make
I-
some noise, but keep in mind that noise cannot move beyond an air envelope.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Scavers definitely make noises, but they're, they're fishy noises, growling and stuff like that, shark noises.
yeah, I figure my character doesn't know that much. If you can tell him this information about Scavvers,
True. Well, no, I
He's
mean,
more-
Braxon in his lifetime has certainly fought and killed a couple at least when they've, attacked settlements. They don't usually attack a place like Brawl, but occasionally if they're really hungry or they've just gotten a taste for,
and flesh.
yeah, man flesh, they may do so. Generally, they're content to just wait until the regular jettison stuff of all the garbage, and then they'll pick through that.
Okay.
But I mean, like, if you went to the edge of the Rock of Brawl and looked over the edge, chances are you would see a couple Scavers at least, just swimming around.
I plan on talking to, like I said, talk to Aranis, find out more general information about Scavers to prove or disprove whether or not the giant it is an actual giant Scavver.
Okay. All right, so you want to head back to the inn for the night?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So you're able to get back to Lafdul and Leva, and I assume they're gonna share, or all of you are gonna share what you've discovered so far.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would think so. Exchange information.
Okay.
Yep.
So Ockar, Yeldin, Higgimus, and Braxon, you get 100 XP.
Ooh.
Who was that again who gets 100 XP?
Everyone other than Lafdul and Leva.
Okay.
Okay.
Your group gets 100 XP.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, why don't you guys discuss, your findings? If you guys have any further ideas that you wanted to, throw out there with the group, and mull it over before bed, so to speak.
Who of our group can actually visit Arenos without me accompanying him?
They're not, as far as I know, the Seekers have like a different building that isn't part of the Wizard Guild.
Yes. Yes. The Seekers are separate.
I think
Yeah.
I'm the only one who doesn't have a membership. Everyone else does.
No, anybody who isn't a spellcaster can't go there.
Oh.
Well.
Like,
So the
anyone
Wizards.
who isn't a wizard.
Yeah, well, the Wizards Guild, only
Oh,
Leva
sorry.
has a membership right now. Anyone can go to the Seekers. They have a dormitory, essentially, for visiting people, and Aranis has a room there right now. And that's this building down here.
Is Aranis not a permanent visitor? As in he
He's
doesn't live
not a permanent resident, no.
I'm sure there is somebody who's a permanent resident, like permanent. seeker who has a permanent residence there for people. But
There's quite a few. Yeah, I mean, the Seeker building also functions as the public library of Brawl.
Right.
AKA, I
we
can just
actually
basically go
learned-
there and look it up.
We did learn last time that Arinus intends to set out again, to ship out again in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, so that's why. But if it's a public library of sorts, it means I don't necessarily have to pay to go look up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't plan to borrow a book and take it off premises, then it's basically open to you to go through the stacks and see what they've got available.
Yeah, so basically show up and ask if they have books on Scavvers.
Yep. All right. So that's your plan for the next day.
I go and ask Arinus about secret noises and collars.
Ask about what?
Scavver noises and collars, because those were both questions that have come up.
Okay, just so you know, Arinus is not an expert on Scavers.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to go and look. Basically what I'm planning on doing is go to the library portion. I don't need to bother Arinus. Talk to somebody who works there and find books about Scavvers.
Yeah, okay.
So do the two of you want to do that together?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
They were always up for reading.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
I don't think there's anything for the rest of us to split off and do, is there?
No, really.
We
Well, I
could all
mean,
go.
You could go to House Yalar. You could talk to him. You could go back to someone else, talk to someone else, or if you've got ideas of other things to investigate.
Talk to the guy who had the Helms guy who survived the ship being grasped. See if he knows the whereabouts of him.
Did we get information yet from, was it House Lavar?
Torlin.
Torlin?
Well, we were
what's the
getting
names?
information from both of them, weren't we?
I don't believe there was any new information that Calhane was going to send you. The head of House Torlin, whose name is Zarek Torlin, he did say that he was going to send you some information, but it'll probably be the next day. There's nothing when you get back to the inn.
And
you haven't talked to Yalar at all.
Yalar was going to send us the whereabouts of where the ship went down.
No, he wasn't.
No.
You haven't talked to that house at all.
No, House Yalar is
no.
the one that House Calhane was suspecting of being involved.
Hold on a second. So it's still the same day, right?
It's
Midnight.
yeah, it's late night now.
I'm going to go to bed. I'm not going to go to the Seekers or out anything.
Well, no, I mean that's what they were gonna. That's what Leva and Yeldin were gonna do tomorrow.
Well, if Leva wants to do that, why don't we work out what everyone else should be doing?
Okay,
Yeah,
for tomorrow then.
Yeah, this isn't
If you
what's
go to
going
House-
on right now, unless someone wants to go out and make a late night excursion,
No.
like last.
I suggest we go and we talk to the remaining guild person, and then we also talk to the magistrate. That's what I'm suggesting we go do.
Since we found that, go back to House Turlin and ask about the Helmsman specifically, because apparently he survived. And if he didn't know that the Helmsman survived, that's very valuable information right there.
I think he
said
knew
two
that
people.
2 people survived, and one of them must have been a helmsman to have flown the ship.
Did he say so? I don't think he did.
Well, you can't fly a
He didn't-
spelljamming ship if you're not a helmsman unless you've got something like our potion.
I think you misunderstood. I meant, did he actually? Well, the crewman
He said,
told us.
he
told
said he
you
didn't know.
Let her
the
finish.
crewman knew that the Helmsman survived, but the guy in the house didn't. He just knew that 2 people survived.
Yeah, he didn't say it was the Helmsman.
Yep.
And he didn't know where they were, so...
Yeah. Well, we could certainly tell him where one of them was. He might want to talk to
Oh,
that
he was
person.
a temporary. He was a
Well-
temporary character. He doesn't matter. The helmsman's more important.
He was gonna. He said he was gonna give you their names, and he was gonna give you the location of where the ship was attacked. He said he was gonna send that to your inn.
Leva is also against telling him that we actually know more now than he does, officially. Because if, as it looks, something fishy went on with that attack. And if he was involved, then it might not be to these people's health that they survived. In fact, it may be very bad for them. He may make certain that they die quickly, soon.
It doesn't sound. If he's gonna give us information where they are, I doubt that. It sounds like it was probably somebody who might have not have been the actual helmsman. He was just able to fly a ship because he was a spellcaster.
Yeah, but he hasn't given us any information yet. And
We'll find out
and he
tomorrow.
may just delay indefinitely because you know how things are. Real life interferes and the duties interfere. I just haven't gotten around to it.
We'll find out tomorrow if that's the case.
Mm.
Okay. Did anyone want to make a late night excursion?
I can't think of anywhere we should be making a late night excursion to, but Braxon would be willing to go with someone else if they wanted backup.
Do I still wear the disguise?
I would assume that you would take it off when you get back to the inn, but that's up to you.
Yeah.
If I was asking you, is there any point in a late night excursion? I mean, you told us that there's day and night. So at night, the officially only people around will be guards, correct?
No, I mean there's the bars are open late. Occasionally there's ships coming in late, ships going out, in the middle of the night, because they have perishable goods or something like that. It's very low key, and then there's certainly late night activities and stuff like that. Now, most stuff shuts down, but there's still a few people wandering the streets, out, going out drinking, just doing things at night. So no, there's definitely other people out there besides guards.